Okay, so we're going to talk about mobilizing the upper region of our back, and really as a general, I mean, you can put the lacrosse ball virtually anywhere except for directly on your spine. So coming out from your spine by at least an inch is always a good idea, but aside from that, you can start right from the top region of the neck all the way down anywhere really, any placement along the back, like I said, except for the spine, even coming in toward the spine and out toward the side, right under the armpit. And then it's really just about creating that leverage onto the ball to put pressure into the muscles. And how much pressure you put depends on how much leverage you put on it. Generally, the higher up you are, the more you're going to have to raise your hips to put more leverage onto the ball. So as an example, if I want to put pressure up here, well, there's not a lot of pressure on the ball when I'm lying down. So if I raise my hips high, the higher I raise them, the more pressure I can feel is getting put into those muscles up there. And then the second thing about mobility is just that we want to stay completely relaxed, and you want to be able to move the fascia or the muscle. So you want to create that sliding over the muscle, just like a massage when they knead and press and they move the muscle. So to do that, to create that, there's two ways we create that. One way is that we use the other hand just to make sure this side stays relaxed and I'm putting pressure on. And I use it to guide that arm back and forth. Just back and forth. And what it does is it simulates that sliding motion. The other thing I can do is I can rock back and forth using my feet just to create that movement in that area. So it's the same action for all parts of, like I said, the upper back. So if I come down a bit lower there, as you can see, and it's the same thing now, because that is lowering my back. If I lift my hips, I actually put more pressure in this region than I did up here. So sometimes you might not even feel like you can fully put your weight on it. So then you wouldn't roll fully over it. And again, just as much pressure as you need, and in time you can probably start to build it up throughout the movement as you're going, putting more and more weight onto it, maybe eventually raising your hips onto that. Yeah. So, and again, breathing slow, deep, relaxing as much as you can into that area. Alright. Now finally, when we come onto the outer region, coming down through the side here, what we need to do to create pressure there is we need to roll over onto our side, obviously, to create more pressure onto that spot. So we roll over, and here what we do to slide the fascia is either we can go back and forth like this, like moving from our hips, or we can turn through the elbow, just relaxing through the arm, turning back and forth to create that sliding motion over the muscle tissue. Okay, so again guys, there's no right or wrong in what you choose to do. It's all about just feeling, where do you feel tension in your muscles, where would you want to release, and then putting the trigger on that area, taking that, putting that trigger spot there or wherever it is, putting some pressure on it, sliding through the fascia. Remember, between each time where you release an area, just sit with it and enjoy the feeling of release through the muscles, because it feels so amazing. So I hope you really enjoy this. I've shot this in the day to make you be able to see what I'm doing easier, but do it at night time. Do it the last thing before you're about to go to bed, before you say your gratitude, and guaranteed you'll have a really restful sleep. Enjoy.